play-by-play on the other side?
Suns fan.
No, I mean, who's taking it over now?
Oh, I no fucking clue. Maybe they are doing. I mean, they have Cinder in there, and they have Effie there,
You're
so they
on
might.
your own. Good luck.
Because
Just
I'm pretty
go
sure.
and like wake somebody up. That'd be mad. That'd be hilarious.
I mean, Neil could do it.
Okay, yeah. Yeah. Somebody said Effie and Tsunami, so yeah, looks like that's gonna be the. Wait, Effie and Tsunami. So Cinderen's not gonna. Okay.
All right.
I think Cinderin also has to go catch
Oh.
light or a boat or something, whatever.
Honestly, we should just become the official broadcast.
And,
Don't make us an official affiliate there, Charlie. Like you don't want to go down that path, you know.
Come on.
We would definitely have to kick you out of the broadcast, Charlie, if we were
That's
the
fine,
official
that's fine.
broadcast.
That's fine.
Yeah, you make us an official
No.
cast, and then you're here. We're like all fired within the hour. So
I mean, we're not getting paid for this shit anyways.
That's true.
that's what you think.
SVG had some very harsh demands.
Wait, you guys are getting paid?
I mean, I'm an NFT mint half these conversations and the gifts, you know, and it's gonna be a half mass Charlie for $10,000 after this stream. That's all I know.
I would be honored, honestly.
You think I would waste my time doing that? And get the fuck out.
I'd be fucking honored. I'd fucking buy
I know
it.
you would. You would actually buy it for 10 grand. Put
I'd
it up
buy
in your
it,
room, and
yeah.
you would jerk off to it. But luckily, we live in a timeline where I'm not gonna satisfy your ego. So we are into Game 5 of the Grand Finals. EG's 8th game in a row after a bludgeoning series with Quincy and a long drawn out battle with TSM.
That's a lot of games. Sympathy goes out.
I agree. And TSM is going back in for the Moon Meander, whatever Shaman says, chant.
Naya Taya Yataka.
Exactly. And
Naya
EG with the
Taya.
Sea Dog Tusk.
I'm a big fan of the Sea Dog Tusk.
I mean,
I'm
it's
a
looked
big
like
fan
his
of
best
Tusk
hero.
versus Shadow Shaman, that's for sure.
Damn straight. If there's one hero I hate playing against with Shaman, it is Tuskar.
Yeah.
He just owns your ass every point in the game. But they most likely won't be laning against each other, so at least he has that going for him.
True.
How do you feel about the opening to, Storm Ember?
I mean, EG, they're in a grand final, their backs against the wall, first pick Storm. Who would have predicted it? I don't think anybody could have seen that coming. It's just a matter of, can TSM deal with the Abed Storm that's coming? He dealt with it pretty well last game, and the Shaman definitely did some work, so we'll see. I generally don't think first pick Storm should win Dota. I think that's kind of disgusting, but there's one team that can do it. It's probably EG.
Been doing it since 2015.
That's exactly right. This man knows his brothers in blue.
He knows his EG.
Charlie was there 3,000 years ago
True.
when Bulba betrayed him.
Sam has actually never betrayed me. He might have betrayed other people, but he has never betrayed me.
Because you're not a betrayable person. Like,
Yeah, that's because you dig the knife in the back first, bro. You get him first.
I was waiting for it. I was waiting for it.
I mean, like, it's hard to be the official broadcast. The official one's already biased enough with evil Bobo, aka Tsunami. So, just cracking on us, talking shit about us on broadcast. But this one's even worse. Goddamn.
I'm sorry, Jack. Are you about to pull a Loda Alliance complaint about the bias on the broadcast? Is that what's going on right now?
I mean, you just go back.
I'm sorry.
And
Do
look at
we
what
need to
Tsunami
clear the
says,
broadcast for you? Do we need to write up a script to make sure it's approved by the teams?
I
Is
mean,
that-
it's too late. Charlie's here. It's already, that
Wait,
moment that happened.
what
it
did
was over.
what did Tsunami say about you guys?
Oh, he was like something about like the money, something about playing for the money. He's like, they need it. Like, oh, yeah, thanks, bro. That's fucking.
That's just true. That's not talking shit.
Yeah, Jack, you can't on one hand complain about your struggles and being kicked out of the house, and then on the other hand be offended when people talk about how poor you are.
That's a good point. That's a good point.
I mean, he's got you in a pickle there. But let's return to the draft for a second while Jack ponders his response. All three of the big death ballers we've seen in this series, Wraith King, Lycan, and Beast, banned out by EG. So they do not want their towers going down. That is the name of the game. They're like, shit is too annoying. We don't want to pick AoE heroes, so get them out. TSM a little more flexible with their bans, but they take out that OD, which was super annoying in terms of the saves. I tend to agree. If EG gets too many saves here, too many dispels, it's going to hurt TSM's game plan. But we'll see what TSM wants to do. Generally with this Shaman, they try and get that ball going, get the Roche going, the towers. No Beast, no Lycan. What is the replacement? Could we see a Furion? That could be spicy.
Oh, that would be insane, but
does that hero even see play?
No, and Saberlight notoriously never plays this hero.
Gaming plays it, all right, and it's very flexible with that.
There's no way, bro. It's gonna be some like fucking Pango or some shit.
I'm more interested about the fact that Mars is still available. They banned Snapfire
yeah, it is.
Away from EG, which is kind of a sake, but also the big pairing with Mars.
And TSM could take the Mars here. That is a very likely option. The Treant back in round 2.
Fuck?
I mean, it's good. It's still good here. Treant is a classic Tusk counter on lane. He does very well in the game. The armor blocks so much of his damage, and once again, Overgrowth versus these heroes is looking pretty good. This was an annoying support duo for that Storm to play into, so they're just getting it back round 2.
You're happy with last game.
That's true. Do you think the Death Prophet ban's a little strange coming out of TSM? Usually I see him playing it. I don't think I really see like Nightfall playing that shit, so...
Yeah, I also don't see Nightfall ever playing Death Prophet here. The one X factor is Jirax plays at 5 and had some decent success with it.
Yeah.
So it could be this Jirax DP they're trying to get out.
And that would make someone sense, especially if it matches up into the Train Protector. Death Prophet's pretty chill there.
Yeah. Or the Shaman. Like, she honestly does probably good versus both, and that extra silence in the team fight seems pretty good here.
10 seconds remaining.
But the downside is you give that Mars. In Nightfall, I believe he's undefeated on Mars today. It's looked like his best hero.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So they were afraid of the Snapfire, so that would kind of presume, okay, they think that this Tusk is maybe Jerax's hero, which also leads into them potentially going for a range carry, right?
Maybe. I honestly think they banned the Jerax Snap more than, like, thinking the Tusk is going to go 5.
Okay.
And they end up taking, like, the other Jerax ranged hero here. To get that Arena Storm combo. Seems okay.
I want to see some anti-mage
here. Anti-mage? Oh, okay, kid.
What the fuck?
Calm your ass down. Maybe last pick. If it's a really good last pick AM, I could see it, but
5 seconds
seems
remaining.
unlikely. I mean, there's a Morphling.
That's true. That shit's
Dare
undefeated.
I say it? Undefeated. Like, it's honestly not even that bad here, because BKB Scotty Morph looks like a free-ass fight to me. And it's a decent Mars matchup. Good with Tree.
You need something that's pretty survivable, right? I mean, I look at EG and they're like, if they have their eyes set on somebody and want to jump and kill them, they're gonna die. Unless you have some extreme survivability.
I like the Morph. I think Deuce is also okay.
Yeah, I was going to say
it helps
Deuce.
Their ball and that type of deal. I think it's got to be one of those two. I mean, there's this Luna or Terrorblade option that we've seen a lot as well, but I feel like those other two maybe just a little better. But any of those 4 are probably pretty good here.
Evil geniuses turn to bat.
Oh, what the?
So it's kind of a similar idea to like the Deuce or Luna, where he's a strong hero to ball up and take this Roche and abuse the tree armor, and it creates a very strong lane for this Mars and whoever's with him to fight into Troll Tree. Remaining. This is also another hero that makes Tusk game really hard. Like, Tusk does nothing to troll in lane. It's an absolute dead lane. So they're really putting the pressure on EG to maybe force this Disruptor to go down there and play this Tusk safe lane.
I feel like they have such good ways to kite the troll, and he's an easier hero to go on and kill because they've got silences, right? Maybe they get an Orchid Storm Spirit, but they definitely have Static Storm. You know, like
Yeah, I like the morph a little better than the troll,
10
but
seconds remaining.
troll might go ham. The troll can do some good things for Storm too,
5 seconds
in terms of
remaining.
just bursting him in a stun or locking him down continuously, and kind of the same idea as morph. Once he gets to BKB, he's not ever going to die in BKB this game, so he has that going for him. What is Artur gonna play?
Yeah, the TSM's gonna save their Saberlight hero for the very last pick in the drafts. EG trying to figure out what that's gonna be,
5
and
seconds
also
remaining.
trying to protect Artur's hero.
They banned this Legion save for the troll, thinking this troll needs help frontlining. And I think EG wanted Terrorblade or Medusa here. Maybe Morphling, but I don't think EG's too big on Morph.
Turn to ban.
About what?
I was gonna ask about the morph.
Yeah, they can do the Morph. It has good matchups versus Troll and Ember.
Didn't
The
our troll play it
Shamans...
earlier?
I don't think he played at this tournament yet. I don't think he's been big on the hero for a while. Maybe he did.
10 seconds.
I thought he did.
I don't remember.
Chat,
Too long ago.
Didn't he play morph earlier? Sometime today?
Could have been one of those QC games, you know, so long ago.
Yeah, he played more for one of those games.
All right, so it's an option. To ban Viper. Interesting ban.
Heroes that are abused by Viper, TA. It's definitely one of them, right?
There's no way they go TA here. That looks so bad, but they kind of do want that type of hero that can get the Roche, get the Aegis for Storm.
Yeah.
And be able to contest it.
Geniuses,
They do ban the TV Medusa. Those are the two I thought. So good job, Moon. And looks like only Morph left, and maybe that TA.
I thought you were about to congratulate yourself.
I'm not Jack. You know, I don't stroke my ego. So
10 seconds remaining.
Jack's getting so mad.
Jack, you
He's
okay?
about to kill somebody. I feel bad now. We love you, Jack. You know that. I love you.
Yeah, two of your three of your closest friends. 2 of 3 of them are shitting all over you today.
Undying's turn.
It's been a rough day for Jack.
There is Morphling.
There's the morph, yeah.
Damn, if only they'd held for that anti-mage. Jack was right. Pretty good AM game. But they committed. Now, what is Saberlight going to play to counter Morphling? Very hard hero to counter pick.
10 seconds remaining.
I'm not even sure what I would take here.
5
I would say
seconds
Furion
remaining.
looks the best, but I don't think there's any world in which they pick Furion, so maybe the Pango will show up here.
Saberlight play for him?
Not really.
Oh
my god.
I mean, it's a vessel buyer. We talked about earlier how it doesn't care about Mars. It gets on top of Storm Spirit. Like, the sounds is good versus Storm and Morph. I'm okay with this, actually.
Yeah, I'm okay with it too.
You guys are okay? I don't know, dude.
I mean, what the fuck else were they gonna do?
I just think it's like too many different game plans. Like Troll Tree, if Shaman want to go in the pit, but if it's daytime, what the fuck are you doing? Like, it's very it's very slow here. This is a very greedy lineup from TSM in terms of the 3 cores. And I mean, EG's not necessarily less greedy, but like this Mars and Tusk can just tank a lot for the Storm and Morph to have a good team fight. I don't know. I mean, if TSM gets out of control, they just kind of auto win because their heroes are kind of imba. But we'll see if they get there.
A lot of this game feels like it rides on Bryle, right? Because Saberlight's not going to be able to make early moves. They've got the Shadow Shaman, which is like doesn't make a whole lot of plays. Treant Protector doesn't make a whole lot of plays. It's Bryle, Ember Spirit all day for the first 15 minutes. And all night it's Saberlight.
True. Very true.
I can see Moon and Dubu doing some shit. I don't know.
That's your analysis.
Yeah, that's my knowledge.
I can see Moon and Doomer doing some shit. That's my take.
Thank you, thank you.
I mean, I can see J-Dog and C-Dog doing some shit too. So
That's true. I mean, I think they will do some shit, but
yeah.
Shout
We'll
out
see.
to Therapy Gecko. What?
What?
That is some sort of inside joke that none of us seems to know about.
Probably one of their weird sponsors or something. It's 5-man smoke top.
yo, who recorded that Team Tickles line?
They have night vision.
I believe they got voice actors for it.
Can you imagine one of the players recording that shit?
Yeah, that was Slax's idea, by the way. Pretty sure he gave that to Immortal Faith. Team Tickles, just make your thing a bunch of tickling voice lines. It's it's weird and creepy enough that it's successful, you know.
Yeah, that's true. Shout out to Team Tickles.
I do want
My
to point
boy
out
Celery.
these early lane wards, both safe lanes.
The battle
This is like some, I don't want to say it's old school tech, but it's something we don't see a lot of teams do now, but they tend to do them in these series that go on a while, or like as TI progresses, you see them a bit more. Because they're very helpful at winning your safe lane, but generally teams don't think about it until crunch time, in a weird way. So it's kind of interesting to see these come out in Game 5 for both teams, like, independently. Both teams just really want to win their safe lane and give their carry a good game. Like, that's how they're thinking about what's going to happen in this game. More than, like, trying to do all this random fancy shit.
How does it help them win the safe lane? Because isn't it kind of too early to see rotations coming? Like, I feel like the ward expires by the time you see...
Radiant's courier.
It just, I mean, honestly, it just feels good. Like, you can play up a lot easier. You see their couriers coming in, so it might help you snipe a couple couriers. You see when this support leaves the lane or goes to pull, depending on where the obs is. Okay. So, like, if you see him run away, then you can go on the core faster to burn the regen in the 2-on-1. Things like this. You might see the support, like, you see the support deeper in the lane. So let's say he goes to stack Ancients, you'll see him do that, right?
Right.
And then you know he's committing his Ancient stacks, you're like, let's go on the core. And you do it maybe 3 or 4 seconds faster. So it's like all those little things that kind of add up that make it feel good. And then obviously, if it lasts long enough to where it's into that 5-6 minute period, you'll see the TP reaction, so it lets you play more aggressive on the lane. So if you're snowballing and you're winning your lane, it lets you compound that even more. But Moon just caught out here by the early level 2.
That's going to be your first blood, given a crit. So he's going to have either fast boots or an orb. He goes for the orb instead, for a bit of regen.
They also did what you talked about. They switched up the support lanes.
Yes, and I think this was a super obvious move, because there's no way crit is going to go into a troll tree lane.
Oh, Jerix!
Barely escaped. He TP'd to the tower, though, so I guess he has the regen, but yeah, there's no way you want to go top on Tusk. You're absolutely non-existent, so getting the most out of their lane swap, and like we talked about, Tusk owns Rasta generally, so
yeah,
they get to dodge a bad lane into a favorable lane. It's like doubly good.
Feels really good with range cores as well, right?
Yeah. Morph can also like gap close onto your tag team, so
yeah,
it's a decent lane. And
Jerix,
they're
he's dead again.
yeah, I mean, what can you do?
Well, he won't have TP. That's a slight problem. He's gonna have to run out the lane because he TP'd earlier.
I mean, the thing is, they're not really gonna win top. Like, Treant Troll is pretty fucking strong.
Yeah.
But yeah, he probably shouldn't die on this lane. Probably just a misplay. So it's gonna give Troll a bit of extra wiggle room up here.
I mean, Nightfall's still doing pretty well in that lane.
Yeah, I mean, I think Mars is pretty hard to punish. Like, this hero will almost always do pretty decent on lane. He already has his helm, so... Also, Dubu doesn't go this like leech seed, destroy them level 2 type thing on tree, which is what you would do if you were really trying to win this lane super hard. Which I think is fine. It's just a trade-off.
Saberlight's doing pretty well for himself, too. Well, they killed Moon Meander. He's also in a similar situation. In fact, exact same CS as Nightfall right now, so...
Yeah, he's chilling. I mean, honestly, this offlane is going pretty good for TSM, like, in a sense, because I think Shaman Nightstalker is kind of a greedy lane. So, if you're doing pretty well, then it's probably favorable to you.
The big difference right now is mid.
Yes. No, it's not that big, but yeah.
I think some of it is probably the small camp creeps.
Yeah, I mean, that's just Storm, though, right? I think
Yeah.
that's why his hero's first pickable. Like, Static Remnant's insane.
He did that in the earlier games too. He's pretty diligent about getting there and like putting a sentry so it doesn't get warded.
Yeah, they always sentries.
Every time. It's about to hit nighttime. You can see Saberlight and Moon Meander start posturing a little bit more aggressively, but EG have planted some sort of trap with the tag team here. Immediately, though, the sounds goes down from Saberlight. That was a really fast reaction from him. He's stuck here and will be overwhelmed by the shards plus waveform forward. Couldn't get the distance away.
Oh, pretty nice play.
Yeah.
And again, talking about these early lane wards, helps them set that up, right? Because they see TSM kind of commit into that area.
Yeah.
That's those little things those lane wards can do. There's paid off.
Over here now.
Abed level 6. Just making sure Bryle's hitting all his buttons. Goes on him, pokes at him. Uh oh, Dubu's in trouble. He slows down Nightfall, so that's probably going to be good enough to get him out of there. That Haster in his top lane, though, and Abed's going to be able to grab it.
Flipped the coin and won the toss.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm not feeling this Nightstalker pick. Like, it's pretty impossible to kick Morph out of lane with this hero. It just presents a brick wall, and then I don't know if he has that easy of moves on any of the other heroes.
It's a very
Radiant's middle tower is
greedy
under attack.
situation, right? But simultaneously, I think it's hard for Morphling to punish Nightstalker a lot of the times. They manage to pull it off with that really cool setup that they had, but
yeah, that's true. I mean, he's kind of just chilling. I don't know if you want to just be chilling with NS at night, though, but
He's level 4.
I'm okay
Yeah,
with
I
it because
mean-
I think first nighttime is whatever for Nightstalker.
yeah, that's true. You don't have to get, like, an insane amount done.
He also said that, you know, like you need, it can't just be on Brile to make moves, right? You can't just hope that Dubu and Moon do shit.
I mean, yeah, Rasta Tree are not exactly the most active supports. Even that last game, they were pretty slow to come online impact-wise. And once they come online, they're beasts, but you kind of have to get to that point. So that's what I was saying. This lineup from TSM is pretty fucking slow. Like,
Yeah.
it's gonna be a while before they could put any decent stuff together. I mean, their biggest time is probably level 6 on their supports, but like, it's kind of where do you get that?
Moon stacks up the hard camp, tries to go for the A-mid power rune, but if he shows, he's certainly dead. That's why he's got a...
Arcane.
Yeah, that's a perfect one. Jeez. Abed's immediately going to make a rotation with it, too. He's going to show up the top lane. They're going to go for Tomato. Moon Meander's going to sit behind him, ready to go for the Hex. As soon as Storm zips in, Storm does get caught by that Hex in the shackles. Now, not anything they can do about the Storm, but it does get Tomato out of there.
Honestly, TSM's pretty lucky. Tomato didn't die
Middle
there.
tower
That
is
was
under attack.
They have pretty decent catch, so. Artor TP mid.
Yeah, defend the tower.
I mean, this is interesting TP
Dire's
because
top tower is under attack.
once again, you're just letting this NS have free
Radiant
reign,
are scanning.
and he's kind of stuck here. The
Radiant's
upside is he
turret
can
has
pressure
been
mid tower if there's some skirmish top. VG tries to push the issue here, but
Stupendous.
I don't know.
think-
I'm not sure.
I think in his mind, like, mid tower's getting pushed, and the wave was at Night Stalker's tower, and it's like, I don't think Artor is really gonna stop him at that point as Morphling. He's getting the
No.
same amount of farm, but he also protects the mid tower.
Radiant's bottom tower is under
Yeah,
attack.
I mean, I guess I just looks weird to me, but that's probably fine.
I think they've put more emphasis on mid tower in general. It's been pretty noticeable in like the scrims in the games.
Oh
And,
yeah,
like he also doesn't. I mean, he's probably fine bottom, but they're not going to commit any vision there. He also doesn't want to just get
Radiant's bottom tower
ganked or
is under
jumped or
attack.
whatever. Although he's pretty hard to kill.
yeah, it's pretty hard to gank in this game, but I agree that the entire day EG has put the highest emphasis on this mid tier 1 and the enemy safe lane tier 1.
Dire's top
I
tower.
tend
Their-
not to
your
care about
idea-
Brawl.
Our idea might be something like if you sit someone bottom,
Radiant's
it's
bottom
like
tower
indefensible
is under
basically,
attack.
and if they come, then you have to go somewhere else as like the reaction move. But maybe if you preempt that by just going mid, then like if they do try to go bottom or take bottom or whatever, then you get the trade out of it. So I don't know, maybe something like that.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
Jarex wants
They
to
have
make a
their
move to
reasons.
bottom lane. Seems like that anyway. Drew a line heading down there.
Jarex, he has boots coming, right? Yeah.
Dire's top tower is
It's a
under
very
attack.
quiet game. Not a lot of like insane skirmishes or anything.
Radiant structures are fortified.
And Moon's got his
Dire's
6 off
top
this,
tower is
so
under
they have
attack.
NS ult and roster
Double
wards.
damage.
Probably time to go in terms of pressuring these tier 1s, getting a fight around them.
Dire's structures are fortified.
Jarex
Feels
just
like,
solo smokes.
Okay. A little weird,
Doesn't have
but
a ward.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
He does this a lot, to be
Radiant's
honest.
bottom tower is under attack.
Saberlight popped his ultimate in order to pressure the bottom tower, it looks like. Maybe he thought Tusk was actually sitting behind the tower somewhere in the trees, but... And they do get it. They do trade off, but it does mean that for the next 2 minutes, there's a pretty clear downside.
Yeah, I mean, that's probably like opening up this mid tower in EG's mind.
Tor's
Dire's
already there,
middle tower
pressuring it.
is under attack.
Dubu's gonna come over, but they're gonna need a lot more heroes to be able to slow this down, especially with the Mars Disruptor smoking in from the other side.
TSM does not have resources to fight this. And if this tower dies, it's really sad for Dubu.
They caught him. They caught Dubu. That'll pretty much guarantee the tower falls.
So this is EG's classic game plan we've seen in all the games today.
Dire's middle
They're
tower
getting what
has
they
fallen.
want out of it.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
Yeah, I
Bodes
feel like
well.
they get their carry out of the safe lane, and as a result, they feel no need to like commit anything to like defend either the tower or the carry. The carry's just in mid, and then that leaves the mid to go top, and
Yeah.
they can pressure either mid or top. So it seems to be their thing.
They might get Bryle here. Dubu's got or not Dubu, Jarex is invis and he is ult. But nobody's close. No, Abed said fuck this.
Yeah, Beastmaster, that's why they banned the Beastmaster Lycan, right? Not only are they good Saberlight heroes, but if that's going to be your game plan of abandoning the safe lane, you're punished most by Beastmaster. Bryle, the zip is coming in from the Storm Spirit. It's going to be a big hit. The follow-up to the Silence. The Spear is in there as well. Moon Meander is going to be able to hit a Ward Trap onto Jarex, and Evil Geniuses aren't going to stick around to try and help him.
What's up, J-Dog? Welcome to the cage match. I mean, I agree with the counter push point. I think that's why EG has struggled a little bit versus those heroes, because if you give those heroes a free lane and free tier 1s, they kind of just get out of control timing-wise.
Yeah.
That's also why I was leaning towards something like Furion, because he does very similar things. Whereas Night Stalker is feels pretty passive. He doesn't, like... He kind of has to hit his little timings and then chill. But he does have a full Echo Saber and his ult, so it's a pretty good window for them to do something.
You know, with next nighttime closing in as well.
EG's gonna give it to him.
Smoke's gonna break from Jarek's first. No, it's gonna be Nightfall jumping in onto Bryal. Immediately Saberlight's trying to get there with a silence, but the damage might be too much. No, he gets off the Sleight of Fist and jumps back to the Remnant. It's going to be Abed in trouble. Silence wears out, Overgrowth wears out, but he doesn't have mana. Saberlight, he's got one more Void to be able to jump in. Abed actually last second popped the Soul Ring and got a really long zip out. Saberlight slowed down. He's not going to be able to catch the Storm any longer. And his Dark Ascension's wearing out too.
You know, Artur.
Artur? Static Storm, that's not going to be enough to save him.
What a net timing, dude.
Oh,
what is this, pay for net Dota or what? Like...
Wait, now Nightfall just jumped back onto Saberlight. Fortunately, Armor toggles will keep him alive, but I guess he's got fresh Abed back into the mix from his trip to the fountain. Go for the kill on Moon Meander. Spear finishes him off straight to the chest. Crit's going to be up next, though, as Tomato comes back in. Tomato not been shy about joining in on these mid-lane engagements, and pays off.
Very disjointed fight for EG there. Like, they basically lost RTZ and Jerax on the back end of that for nothing. Just huge kills for Tomato. He's catapults into top net worth, which is a Battle Fury troll. Anytime Battle Fury troll's getting free kills, it's not good. So EG feels a little pressure here. They're gonna try and fight again, but it's nighttime now.
Radiant are scanning.
Yeah, maybe they just feel like they have to group up because it's nighttime.
Maybe. I mean, they have this Mars Armlet Blink, like this big Mars timing. They want to use it.
That's true, yeah.
They have the vision, too, is the thing. They have these deep ops. It's hard to jump, though. Abed, this is the downside of first pick Storm. It's hard for him to jump in when this roster tree can insta-lock him.
Moon definitely knows about that ward now, but it's still going to be him going down 8-5.
Oh, Arena mid.
For
trying
what?
Something.
Arena for what, Charlie?
Just saying it fucking happened, but he got silenced and he missed the spear.
Womp womp.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
Jerax has 6 sentries. You ain't surprising this man.
Vision.
I feel like he's gonna drop all 6 and hit nothing because there's barely any obs.
Yeah. Nightstalker is trying to hunt him a bit right now, but they saw him because of the really deep lane ward. But simultaneously, they did see the Storm Spirit, so the team is TPing in to protect Saberlight. He probably saw one zip from Abed and thought he was going to commit fully. So in a way, that short little hop from Abed may have revealed a ward or at least forced rotations.
Magic. J-Dog might die from this.
Yo, J-Dog, run, boy.
Run.
Got it.
Both
Yeah,
these
that
teams,
ward doing work.
They're just poking. Nothing. No, not a whole lot's happening.
I don't know who this exactly favors, but I feel like it's TSM. Just because Nightstalker's keeping up in farm, and they have Shaman. Like, Shaman is an insane hero if you get to the late game. And his weakness is the first 20 minutes, really.
Dire's middle tower
So
is
I
under
feel like
attack.
as this game progresses, it kind of favors TSM, just because this Shaman can shut down the Morph. And meanwhile, Troll and Nightstalker and Ember, all we're going to get, like, BKBs and be pretty untouchable for a while. That's trouble for EG. They have very little BKB lockdown, but they're going to force the Roche issue.
Yeah, one of the strongest heroes is showing on the other side of the map. The Nightstalker. Top lane's pushed in. It's free Roche territory.
Wards drop bottom, but Glyph is good, so
Roshan has fallen to the Radiant.
no sweat.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
They gave Arteezy the Aegis over Storm. I feel like that's pretty rare, but
Not on this team.
Oh, yeah, maybe true. You think Sumail would have given him that Aegis? There's no way.
I think in the later years, Artur took a lot of Aegis priority.
You mean after Sumail's spirit had been beaten down?
Yeah, yeah, basically. Yeah.
Alright, you can take it, bro.
Instant Hex, Moon Manor. Once again, just trying to play behind cores to stop the Storm Spirit initiations. I mean, if you're going to take the Aegis on Morphling, doesn't that mean you want to hit objectives right now? Because Morph's the one to do it?
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
Yes, or you want to just go the fuck in.
Wow.
Like, maybe just run up a hill or something, you know? I mean, he has DD too. I think Morph is one of the carries you can give Aegis to over Storm. There's not a lot of them, but Morph can do a lot of work with this. He can play super aggressive, Steel Ember, and like Slight Chain, Waveform in, stuff like this. Pretty annoying.
They just seems like they're just gonna use him to hit the tower.
Yeah, which I think is tier 2's never bad. But TSM's just farming.
Yeah, they almost have their BKB window coming in. Ryle almost has it. Saberlight, yeah, he's a little bit farther. He'll need a few minutes, but Tomato has his. He could buy it out.
They just try to take Roche from Seth BKBs.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
They already
Talking
took
about
Roche.
10 minutes from now, or like what? Oops. Wake up, Jack.
Oops.
Guy watching a pub or what? You guys got even watching the same game?
I'm struggling.
I'm struggling.
Nice
You
of you to
sound
join
like
us.
it.
Yeah, this is why Jack had such a big problem with the time. This man was fading halfway through this series.
Yo, Jack, who's the president right now? You know? But BKB, I mean, yeah, they can do the Roche with the BKBs, but that's a little while away. But these BKBs, they just got all three with the Echo Saber disassemble. So
Oh yeah.
now it's time to rock and roll. And the Shaman Blink. Huge power spike TSM here. And we'll see if EG can dodge it.
Oh, okay.
Ooh. You already know. You already know. I mean, Arteezy he's too good.
It would be funny if Abe got his bottle stolen.
Was he dropping it for something else or what?
Stupendous.
No. Artur was giving it back, so he dropped it like near the bounty rune, but it was just like there for like, I don't know, like 5 seconds or something.
G's smoking up mid. Troll. They don't really want to jump the troll. They might take it. He's running in.
Trying to hit it, but a fast BKB from Tomato defends him against that spear. They're going to be able to catch Jerix almost right away. Silence up and gone. Same goes for Crit's Tusk, and Nightfall's going to be left behind. Disastrous initiation there from EG, and it all comes down to the fast reaction to Tomato and a really good setup from TSM.
Even if they get that spear, like, again, these BKBs are just so strong right now. We see it. NS BKBs and runs in. What the fuck do you do to this guy? Like, nothing. Artur needs Scotty to really manhandle him, and EG needs BKBs as their own. But even then, there's an overgrowth. There's some troll bashes, like net, whatever. He's gonna stick on you. So this is the period that's pretty hard for EG to play. And I mean, Moon Meander Dog just styling on Crit Dog over there. Like, he just solo killed him in the back with a Ward Shackle. Guy found his hero for the series.
Damn, look at Crit win drums build.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
Yeah, I think he tends to go this a lot on Tusk. He likes the build up, and I mean, like the extra attack speed on a tag team burst target's pretty nice.
Look at Moon, just farming away.
Top tower is under attack.
Hides into the trees probably at the right time because Nightfall's cutting over. Nightfall found it, but Blink first from Moon before the God's Rebuke could come in.
Oh, welcome to NA, kid. You gotta be faster than that. This Moon Meander guy's been dodging motherfuckers trying to kill his ass for like 10 years. You ain't gonna catch him.
A tool to teach.
He might just smoke up because Basher on Troll. This is what I was talking about. He's building. Like, it doesn't feel like EG's BKBs are as strong as TSM's right now. And this is the game where Dubu's rushing that blink. I think that's like 100% correct because he just needs to play patient to wait for EG to commit. And if he gets a big blink overgrowth, the fight's basically won.
You think that this game is kind of going the way TSM expected it? I mean, it's game 5 against EG. It feels like in a way they just drafted pretty greedy. Brown's going to be able to break the smoke move over from Evil Geniuses. He's got a BKB, so they can't go on him. Now the Hex onto the Storm Spirit, but a Snowball picks him up, gets him right on top of Moon Meander with the rest of the BKB, but he's locked down by Tomato. The bashes and roots are too much. Now he gets a range bash onto Nightfall as well. He's not getting out of here. Night Stalker's hunting for the last remaining hero. That's going to be Arteezy's Morphling, and I don't think he can get out of this one. Pops the Flame Guard, turns back into the Morphling, and maybe he is fine. TSM could keep chasing if they wanted to, but they opt not, especially with the glyph going down from EG rather.
Dude, what a crazy overgrowth timing out of that Snowball. Like, Storm was already BKB'd, so he's just dead off of that. I mean, Jack is secretly smiling over there. We all know it, and this game is slowly turning TSM's way.
I mean, if Charlie was half-masked before, I mean, God, I'm fucking awake now. You know? I'm just getting ready to console Charlie over here, that's all. You know?
I'm fine, dude. I do not work for this team anymore.
Sorry, Charlie.
Yeah, the condolences, Charlie.
He doesn't even care Dota anymore.
Charlie,
He reps an org that isn't in Dota.
My deepest sympathies go out to you and your boys.
That's how little value your team is.
God damn.
Free and I won't even pick him up.
Jesus Christ. You need to calm down there, Charlie.
Charlie's out of control, man.
Yeah,
this is
yeah,
why.
I'm sorry. That was uncalled
right
for. You're right. That was uncalled for. I'm sorry. I love you guys.
I love you, but I'm going to continue to verbally abuse you.
More of me to hate.
Lucian Rune for the troll who's getting Scott. Yeah, I feel like TSM was like, hey, we're playing up against EG. Let's just make sure that we get better late game. Play it slow. You know, just farm up. I mean, they spent an entire first nighttime farming up on Night Stalker with no cares in the world. They gave up mid tower without trying to defend it, you know?
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. EG is just not finding ways to keep the pressure on. I think this Storm first pick is not working out that well for them in terms of just what he's able to do in these fights. Similar to last game, he's just getting shut down too hard.
A high ground position from the Storm Spirit is going to be able to break this smoke, but it may not matter. TSM, they get the glimpse back on a Saberlight, so that kind of resets things.
He used Enisol. I want to get something off of it.
Off lane tower it is.
The way TSM can lose the fight is if they overextend and like they kind of pop their BKBs first. The reason that last fight went so well for them is because EG is diving into them and being the initiators. And that gives Tree and Rasta really good positioning. But if they overextend like we almost saw there, they can get destroyed because like Dubu cannot just blink in an overgrowth, for example. They need to let EG come into them, ideally.
They got the high ground ward. Dubu
plays
the ward as well. Saberlight's going to try and deal with it, but he immediately gets popped. They jump forward now with a beautiful arena as well. The catch is Dubu. The Static Storm is laid out on top of him. Tomato's trying to go ham right now, but he pops his ultimate and doesn't have any heroes to be able to hit. He sees Jerix on the side, and he'll actually manage to get him, but oh no! Abed getting caught by Moon Meander again. He's got his number. He's ringing him up daily. He's saying, Abed, where you at? Where you at?
First pick Storm, Bulba? Please? Sable's gonna take a water break here.
The Polypog Priest over here, played by Moon Meander.
Yeah, they didn't have any damage after the initial burst on Night Stalker.
I mean, that Night Stalker disappeared though.
Yeah.
Fucking got evaporated.
Then you know, on dying, they press the BKB button. They go Super Saiyan and oh, look at look at Nightfall. He cliffed himself. That's what happened.
Yeah, he blinked on the cliff.
Yeah.
So he was stuck there for most of the fight.
He fucking cliffed himself. I was like, where the fuck is their damage?
Vintage Nightfall.
Vintage? How is it vintage? Nothing
fucking-
about this guy can be vintage. He
It's
hasn't even been in
fucking-
Dota for more than like a
It's
year.
vintage at this point, bro.
What are you
It's-
smoking?
it's
What are you
fucking-
smoking over
That's
there?
his Siggy, bro. That's his Siggy now.
God. This man's got both hands on his dick right now, just slurping up this game. Unreal.
He's got to get his rocks off somewhere because Quincy Crew isn't doing it for him right now. So
Even Cat's going in now. You see what happens, Jack?
I mean,
You see what happens, Jack? You're
damn,
making an
bro.
enemy out of your only allies.
You
That's
tried-
what's happening.
you tried to make choking Nightfall's Siggy like he's some sort of autoerotic enthusiast.
Yeah, I don't know. Jack just tries to fabricate this beat.
Radiant's
It
bottom
doesn't
tower
exist. It's
is under
ridiculous.
attack.
I mean, he's just trying to imitate his new carry player, you know.
Gotta get cliffed for the boys. If Nightfall
I'm like
gets cliffed, our tour can't.
I'm scared to be in a call with Jack right now. I feel like I'm gonna get my career canceled or something. Like, man, it's just flying out the bombs. But
Oh, well, I'm keeping it freaking whatever, like G-rated. I mean, you guys
you're keeping
are,
it G-rated.
Yeah, you guys are the ones,
Okay.
you know.
All right, Mr. Vintage Nightfall over here is keeping it G-rated.
Yeah, I think that's okay.
The TSM, they can taste victory. They can smell the trophy.
Yeah,
And
I
they're
think of this
closing in.
Roshan.
Gotti on Tomato. This troll is a beast right now.
Yeah,
Cannot touch this guy.
I don't think they have an answer for him.
They do not. They need BKB on Arteezy before he can even enter the fight, really. But
And Arteezy probably needs like 2 more fucking edits.
Zip! Oh no, it's gonna be too late.
I think this game.
I mean, it's a very high favor probability for TSM right now.
Yeah.
It's
Who-
probably like
who's got-
80-20 or something.
Oh,
Who's
game
got
says
the
63-37. So actually not
That's
as much
generous.
as you
That's
think.
generous, I think.
I feel like that's also very generous.
Maybe that was before Roshan, though.
Yeah, it takes a little bit for it to kick in.
I mean, EG needs to get to a point where they can kind of sustain through that BKB thing that's been a problem for them and let the morph go to town on the back end of the fight. But that's also easier said than done when you're playing versus Night Stalker Ember, who can kind of just force the issue very easily.
Wait, somebody in chat said he got the shard. Nobody has a shard. No,
Who got shard?
You.
Abed?
No.
Ember has a shard.
Yeah, Ember has the shard. Pretty sure nobody's
I think-
buying a shard this game.
That's the best shard, right? I mean, Shaman's is pretty good, but it doesn't really do anything. Like, it's not going to decide anything. You just need BKB.
Yeah.
Trees is honestly pretty good too, but it can be hard to use. So I guess you get a Night Stalker, you can eat a creep. I don't think I've ever seen that, but
Whoa. I'm a big believer in that Night Stalker shard. It's a godly against Beastmaster.
I mean, sure, but I'd probably still not give it to him.
Oh, jeez. This man was hating on Night Stalker from the get-go, but look who's winning.
I wasn't hating. I think it created a scenario where EG had windows to punish this type of lineup, but they're
I mean,
not
I
going to
think-
punish it. I mean, yeah, Hero's a monster.
Felt like it was what on the dying needed, right? Another way to control, something to like run around the map.
A little bit. I just wonder what would have happened if, like... I don't know. It just never felt like the Storm got to get pickoffs. Like, I feel like this goes back to one of EG's problems where the supports... Like, the supports in Nightfall didn't play through Abed well enough. And he kind of just ran out of steam in that mid game because he got the first Aegis in this game. Or I guess Morph got it, but...
More, yeah.
You can argue maybe he gets it and they just play more aggressive and close out the map a bit sooner, but... I don't know, it's like... It's also EG's 8th game of the day, so
No,
That's
I'll fully
fucking
agree
hard.
with you on that. I think EG definitely could have been a lot more aggressive. They just, in a way, let TSM chill out for 15 minutes farming away.
yeah.
Yeah, I agree.
But that's what I'm saying. Last game of the day, like it's hard to being aggressive is harder than just farming in Dota.
Yeah.
Like
yeah,
you have to put it together and think about it and do it well and execute. So not easy position for them to be in. They're probably tired as fuck and like back hurts.
Dire's bottom tower is under
Dota
attack.
takes a physical toll on you when you play this many games because your body's in like adrenaline mode.
Radiant's top tower
So you're
is under
basically in like
attack.
hypertension state or whatever. And it hurts a lot more than people would think.
Dire's structures are fortified. Dire's bottom tower is
Tier
under
2
attack.
top lane is going to be given up. Evil Geniuses doing their patented play the total opposite side of the map. Get what they can. Wait for the enemy team to actually commit to a push. Which they don't. TSM try and back up and catch somebody from EG. Because, again, it's patented for a reason. EG does this all the time.
Yep. Just trying to stall the game out.
Dire's
Stall this
bottom
Aegis
tower
out.
is under attack.
Full Abyssal on Tomato. And we didn't talk about it, but Troll with this level 25 talent. Like strong dispel on his ult. Pretty freaking good this game. Like guarantees him his BKB and all his spells because EG doesn't really have any thermal lockdown like a Chrono or a Black Hole or something.
He spots him. Immediately silences
What
him.
the heck?
Abed doesn't care.
Maybe just trying to force a BKB or something. Bryle's pressing the issue.
Yeah, he sees Storm Spirit has used most of his mana. They're not fight ready. Jarek's 4-staff TP out. Saberlight spots him, stops him with the Void nuke. But if that's all they get, EG probably won't be too sad about it.
Yeah, and they clear the map out. EG's all forced back into base, but Ovid's closing in on Ags. If there's one thing I've seen in Storm EG games, Ovid Ags being able to turn a game around. Many famous examples.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack. Radiant structures are fortified. Radiant's bottom
All right,
tower
final
is
outer tower taken. TSM now left with waiting for Roshan, and if they do get that Aegis, going high ground again. Evil Geniuses gonna have to think about whether or not they want to defend Roshan or defend high ground.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
The Roshan fight's pretty hard, to be honest, unless you get some crazy storm pull.
Yeah, I almost feel like it would be better for them to play for high ground since our high ground is strong.
Yeah, it's the better fight, but it's like it might be too hard into the Aegis and all this extra net worth. It's going to be an Ags on somebody too.
Yeah.
It's like it's a catch-22. I think the type of fighter at the high ground's better than the pit for them, but at that point the resource disadvantage might just be too big. So EG's choosing to try and fight before the Roche might be the best of all of those options if they can find a catch. They see Troll Invis.
They do. They spot him. They try and kill him up with a spear going in. They've got him really low, and it looks like Tomato might just die, but he got off the ultimate. No! Now he's going to turn around, start beating through ninth ball. The bolt workers are going to protect him for a serious amount of time. The right-hand side, Abed jumped over and again gets caught by Moonmander.
Troll went down anyway.
He got him anyway. Looks like Arteezy was able to get that 4-staff, trying to get away from this silence. They're going to deal with Jarek's first, then go for Arteezy, who's locked in by all these heroes. An overgrowth just to ensure. And EG, no buybacks. TSM probably have no idea about that, but it's interesting.
Yeah, theoretically he could end the game here, but probably not going to happen with Troll dead. I mean, Troll on literally 150 HP gets his ult off. You wonder how that fight looks like if he dies instead. And then Abed zips in the back and somehow just gets caught by Moon at some weird point in the back of the fight again. Moon just knows who he wants and is waiting, super patient to find this storm every time.
And TSM, I mean, smartly by them, they are going to like test this high ground. They are actually going to push it instead of just like taking the map and farming. Because I could see people doing that and be like, well, we don't have troll, no point in trying. But they get a tier 3 as a result. They back out before Storm Spirit's alive. They are under vision though.
Yeah, they need to kill this Ob on this hill.
Alright, they spotted out with a gem.
So here's where you hold this hill and you play Feroche. And EG has one more fight outside their base, maybe, where they can smoke and get a good angle, but that honestly kind of looked like the best opportunity they're going to get in a way. Like, this troll just Shadow Blades in and Jirax perfectly drops the sentry and the Ob to see him.
Radiant are scanning.
Closing in on that level 25. Like, watching that last team fight and how close Tomato came to death, like, that 25 is a game changer.
Oh, yeah.
They're going to throw out the arena. Nine Stalker.
Mars.
Yeah. Immediately hexed up. He is still going to be able to get this kill during the BKB, it looks like, but he's going to be left behind. In fact, maybe not even. Okay, jump forward by Stormstreet. Immediately caught by Moon Meander. He cannot ever get away from Moon. He's there every single time. Brown's going to be able to clean up some of the other heroes. He got Disruptor on the right-hand side. Left hand, we've got Crit, who's going to be chased down by Tomato. Moon Meander MVP for this one. Artur, he's still fighting it out here. He's going to try and go for Saberlight, who's dangerously low. Will be able to fly away over the trees, so Artur can't catch him. Troll's here, though. Uh-oh, ranged bash. He gets him with one, and he's dead. No buybacks available. TSM could end the game. That's it. That's game.
Goddamn, TSM taking it in 5 games, taking the regional finals here. Absolute monsters, proving they are the best team in North America at the moment. By a decent margin when all is said and done, I feel. And yeah, Moon Meander started, if you remember, he started the series off with that underwhelming Monkey King performance.
Yeah.
But feels like he ended it with back-to-back Shadow Shaman games, destroying Abin in these fights. Absolutely destroying this first pick Storm. And that's cool to see, because this is not some imba hero this patch. It's a very hard hero to play. It needs a lot of really good positioning, good team understanding, being able to get through the lanes. Maybe that's the part where EG did them some favors and letting them play this slower game with a Tree Shadow Shaman type lineup. But yeah, they get to that point in the game, like, very tough to fight.
Hold up. We got the Moon Meander pop off.
Where?
I'll link it in the chat real quick.
Oh.
I mean, I'm sure he went fucking bonkers. Probably, I mean, he knows he was fucking owning and shit, so.
He's pacing around the room.
So
Moon
Fly
puts
is
such
there.
great reactions.
Dude, Fly looks pretty fucking happy too, I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, he
I feel
does.
like that,
He does.
that guy rarely shows a lot of emotion, but yeah, he looks pretty fucking happy for his boys right now. I mean, there's
Very
some
cute.
irony right there, right? Freaking EG kicks Fly, and then Fly helps TSM destroy them in the first regional finals.
Yeah.
Probably feels pretty good for him.
Yeah, absolutely. Especially after the breakdown of talent and such. Probably feels good to get any kind of W right now.
Oh, I forgot about that.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, he probably is very good for their team, to be honest. Just fit-wise and like what he brings. I think it probably helps Moon a lot having some other like veteran captain and drafter with him, reassuring his ideas or helping him build stuff. So I think that is a really big fit for them, and it'll be cool to see if they keep it going forward, because it's not easy to find good coaches in Dota, and especially ones that are like motivated to work with you. And obviously, Fly's going to be motivated to work with them.
Yeah.
Well, that's a given.
So in the end, the champs are Beast Coast, Gaiman Gladiators, Boom, TSM, LGD, and Team Spirit.
New names.
Yeah.
With the
Bunch of
exception
new
of,
names.
you know, LGD.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, new names from your era. We're talking 80s of Dota, whatever the fuck was when you were involved, but we're talking modern era. You know, Spirit, LGD, there's your two TI Grand finalists. Beast Coast is almost always going to win South America, so. But yeah, Boom and Gaming coming up in the world.
I mean, Spirit is a relatively new name. Come on.
Yeah.
On this stage, I don't mean Spirit is a new name in Dota, but Spirit is a new name in the winner's circle.
Yeah, sure. I'll give you that.
I guess this would also be their first, I mean, can't say major victory, but regional. Because they just showed up. They won, what was it? ESL won Summer, I think, is what they won. And then they won TI. So they won 2 tournaments, one of which is TI. So this is a relatively new experience if they can go through and win some
I'd say it's
stuff.
definitely relatively new. As winners. I mean, yeah, they've been around for a while, but...
Yeah, I can see what you're saying.
Not as anything relevant. I mean, if you're not gonna... In, you know, my eyes... If you're not winning, you might as well not exist.
I mean, that's not just your eyes. That's pretty much the entire scene.